Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is AliGo85 again, and today we're going to talk more about Star Citizen. This is part 2 of the What is Star Citizen? So, I hope you guys enjoy. I was going to just get into what is Star Citizen, but I don't think I could pull that off in 10 to 5 minutes, especially with all the things that they're adding now. So let's get down to death. Now, for those of you who are who are used to, like vanilla games such as games that have like, I have no idea why I can't not put my Omni Skies down. But anyway, for those of you that are into vanilla games, games that have vanilla spawns where, a Jeep will spawn over here, a tank will spawn over here with no expense to, it's no expense to you. All it does is take up time. See, there it is right there. Oh, I gotta learn how to do that. Well, let me get out of here. For all of you that want to, that know about like games like, I don't know, Battlefield or Call of Duty, so on and so forth, PlanetSide, even though PlanetSide goes by a resource system. You just wait for it to spawn, or you use your resources, your group resources to, spawn that vehicle. But on here, everything will be owned by you, or you'll be able to rent something. But I'm kind of diversing from the subject at hand. Death. Death is a real thing on this game. What I mean by it's a real thing is, if you've ever played DayZ or the hardcore settings on Diablo, when your character dies, your character dies. And in character creation, Chris Roberts has also mentioned that you'll be signing over to a beneficiary. Now I'm not sure how that's gonna work, but the way he wanted to put it was that this game, you have lives on this game, and if your character is damaged to the point that they cannot recover, then the next time you spawn, you'll be attending your character's funeral, and it shows all the accolades your previous character or your first character has done, and so on and so forth, and you would inherit everything that your previous character has, except for a negative reputation. Let's say your previous character was a pirate, people won't hate you because, that's not the same character, but you will have a good reputation with the pirates, so on and so forth. But let's talk about death. Let's talk about this is what will make this game different than the rest. On EVE Online, you just wake up in the vat, or you lose your ship that you made, or so on and so forth. But on here, you not only can you lose your ship. Now, don't flip your tits. I know what you're probably thinking. Okay, if I spent $130 on a ship, and I bring it out there, and it gets lost, that's fucked up. That's a mess. That's a flaw in the game. It'll actually drive people away. But hold on a minute. The game will supply insurance for your aircraft or spaceship. And also, like I said before, just because you die once doesn't mean you're going to lose your character. He wants to put it as a certain amount of lives, depending on the severity of your death, and you're going to probably have cosmetic damage to your character, depending on the matter of the way they died. So, with that being said, let's do a scenario, right? As you guys seen in the last video, I had a Starfarer in my cart, and I got rid of it. The Starfarer is a huge ship. It's a beast of a ship. They have a military variant called the Star Gemini, or the Star G. That's what a lot of people like to call it. And they also have the standard Starfarer, which is a fuel refining ship that has cargo space. Now, say if I'm gaining fuel from a gas giant, and there's a lot of toxic gases in the area. If you look at some of the there's actually, I'll put a link in it. I'll put a link in the description. But there was actually where they gave like 10 to 20 minutes with some of the developers of the game. Say if I'm a refining fuel and I'm out there actually refining fuel, getting close to the sun or a gas giant, and I have a suit that can take that. I have a suit that can take the radiation, because radiation will be a thing if everyone gets their way. With the development, I mean. So, let's say that. Let's say that I'm out there refining, and a Super Hornet comes around. Super Hornet gets close to the gas giant. I have nothing to worry about, because I know most Super... Let's just say I know most Super Hornets don't. They don't have the radioactive suit that I have, or the hazmat suit that I have to do this specific job. He gets too close to my Starfarer, trying to, blow it up or something, or trying to kill me. And ends up blowing his own ship up. His shields can't take the thermal energy, or radioactive solar radiation, so on and so forth. And his ship explodes. He ejects at the last minute. But now, he is wandering around in space next to a gas giant, with nobody to pick him up. If he does not have a suit that's resistant to radiation, like my hazmat suit, he can quite possibly die. So those are things you got to consider when you're bounty hunting. It's a risk versus reward. You don't know who you know who the bounty is, but you don't know what they could be equipped with, and so on and so forth. And the same thing with the pirates. When you're taking over somebody's ship, one mistake could cost you your character's life. It's a huge risk and reward, and that's what I enjoy about this, and that's what will be different than other games in the genre, the space sims and FPS type thing. We're not going to mention DayZ because they royally fucked that game up. I hope it gets better. But that's one of the gems of this game, is that you won't, unless you just don't care about your character, you won't just throw yourself out there. You won't just throw yourself out there to get killed. It'll be more like, oh man, do I really want to do this? Okay, I could lose my character. I can lose my money. I can lose my reputation. Is it really worth it? Or, like Chris Roberts explained, you can go into a bar and tell the veterans from the amateur pilots right away, like, hey, that guy has a bunch of scars on him. He either died a bunch of times or, fought a couple of people and came out on top. That's what makes this game so intriguing. Death. Your characters will die if you don't play your cards right. So that's one thing I would love to cover. I mean, I hope that I was informative enough to let you guys know about that. The FPS module is coming out soon, hopefully. And with that being said, it's going to give us a taste on, shooting each other. The first part of the module is going to be player versus player. That's going to give the company a lot of feedback. So, with that being said, guys, there was a guy that did comment on one of my videos, but it showed up as spam. I'm sorry that actually, let me see if I can find your name. I don't know why it would show up as spam, and I'm really bad with names, so you may have to bear with me. I wish I had some elevator music to play. Alright. Give me a second. Well, it looks like I can't look at it through my phone. So much for that. But yes, you did mention, thank you for the links. If anything, can you please post that links on the part 1 of the video so that other people can, see if they're interested? Because I'm doing a lackluster job of presenting what this game could be capable of, or what this game is capable of, if handled correctly, if handled like it was described by Chris Roberts and the rest of the dev team. That'll be much appreciated. But let's get back to death. So instead of just going out, it's almost like when you get inside a PvP, when you get inside of a PvP interaction or a player interaction, it's almost like you're walking on eggshells. That's kind of what made DayZ, not just popular. That's what made DayZ successful. Risk versus reward. If you come from a dogfight or something, or where you were fighting 2 Super Hornets and you came out on top, it wasn't just NPCs you killed. You killed actual players that have a very good chance of not coming back. And so now your ship is low on shields, it's on fire, one of your engines are blown, it's sparking from the inside out, but you made it, and now you're trying to get back to your hangar. That's what's going to make this game worthwhile for me, and I cannot wait to get inside the Persistent Universe. If I did not mention in the other video, the Persistent Universe is going to be like an MMO type thing. It's going to be, you can interact with friends, family, you can interact with NPCs. They said the game will be 90% NPC, 10% players. That's amazing considering there's like 800 something, probably even more players if I remember correctly. But citizens already, the people that backed it, has backed the game. I'm looking at you, Raku. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope this video wasn't too long, and instead of just coming out with one lengthy video about anything I can find on Star Citizen, because I have a very bad memory, I can come up with certain aspects of Star Citizen as suggested by Raku in my last dogfight video. So I hope you guys enjoy. It is 10:50 where I'm at, so still, happy Memorial Day, drive safely, and drink responsibly. I will catch you all later.